strumming. Strumming is one ingredient of communicating what your finger has placed or what chord form you are using, and translate that using a rhythmic pattern to communicate to the audience or the people out there. There's two key things to remember when you strum and when you learn strumming. One is consistency. That means the strum that you play needs to be in consistent time. If it's like a 4/4 beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, your strumming should be consistent in the time. It's no faster than the time has set, no slower, or sometimes fast, sometimes slow. It is important that you make sure your strumming is consistent. Therefore, people will understand what you're trying to communicate in musical terms. Second thing when it comes to strumming is clarity of notes. You don't want to strum in a way that is either too soft or too loud that it would distort the sound that you're trying to create. So that's the main two things to look out for when we start to pick up strumming. Strumming is an art form, as with playing music itself. Strumming, as you start off learning, you would see that in all these lessons we will teach you certain building blocks of how to strum in a certain way. But somewhere along the line, in your after beginners course and so on and so forth, you will start to develop your own style of how to strum and how to strum it in a certain pattern that will communicate certain distinctive things that you have in mind to the people. For today, we will do all downstrokes kind of strumming. This will help you to get a feel how your wrist and your pick, when it comes in contact with the string, how does it feel like when you do a strum, when you execute a strum, how much energy you should exert into your wrist to produce the right sound that you want, not too loud, not too soft. So we would use the first two chords that we have learned earlier, which is E minor and D, as what we hold here, and then we will do all downstrokes like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, previously when I strum, I know sort of when to do the downstrokes 1, 2, 3, 4, because I have practiced and I have learned to memorize internally within myself where's the placement of each count. 1, 2, 3, 4. For beginners like you all out there, I would advise to get a tuner with a metronome. And this metronome will be a very useful tool for you in your entire life to practice either scales, chords, strumming, to get you to know when each time is and when you should execute certain moves and methods. For this particular lesson, we would use a metronome to execute our downstroke of strumming, and we will want to learn when is the count 1 and 2, 3, 4. Each of the count, the space in between, how long does it take to go from count 1, count 2, and 3, and 4, and as it repeats itself. I'll give you an example. I'll just turn on my metronome here. I'll set it to a very slow speed, I'll put it into like a 55 BPM. As you can hear, it's 4 sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The idea is for you to understand and slowly internalize the time difference, the space in between 1, 2, 3, 4, and translate that into your right hand as you strum. Let me demonstrate to you. I will try to execute my downstroke the same time the beat strikes. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This might seem unnecessary or boring to some people, but I'll warn you with this. This is important to play it slow so that you give time for your hands, both left hand and right hand, to memorize what you're hearing in your ear and in your mind. Notice that your hand is not used to it yet. Even though your ear, you understand what I'm telling you, but you're trying to translate that into your hands and wait for your hands to catch up. So give it some time. Practice the time. Practice the time and know when's the space of the time.